If you're a fan of anime, then you've definitely heard of this movie. And if you're not, I highly recommend that you check it out. So what I'm talking about here is Ghost in a Shell. This is based upon a manga that came out in 1989 by Masamune Shirow, and the anime came out in 1995. And whenever I saw this as a kid, I was absolutely blown away because back then anime, or as it was known, Japanimation, wasn't anywhere near as big as what it is right now. So back then people really thought of this as just cartoons, at least in the United States. And in Japan, it was never seen as just a cartoon. It is an art form, film, and so it's seen a lot differently. And whenever you're watching this as a kid, you're expecting a cartoon, but it's not. It is a very well thought out story. The animation, the sound, everything in here is just absolutely mind-blowing, even when I watch it today. And if you haven't seen it, the general story here is that the whole future, in this case, the future of 2029, has really evolved into cybernetics. So a lot of people have cybernetic parts, but there's also these other cybernetic entities that actually have a ghost or an image or conscious of a person in a shell in a cybernetic body, hence the name Ghost in the Shell. And our main character here is Major Kusanagi. She is part of a special task force along with Batu, and they're basically trying to hunt down these criminals. And within this, there is this thing called the Puppet Master, a person called the Puppet Master, who is basically wreaking havoc, and it's their mission to actually stop the Puppet Master. But in this entire process, they unlock and discover a lot more deeper things involved into this. And then they realize that maybe things are not all that they seem. And this movie, very similar to the manga, does a really great job in talking about the issues of humanity, technology, and consciousness. And that's why this was such a great anime. I've never read the manga, but this was just a really spectacular anime, and I highly recommend it. And because of this, there were other movies, and there were also shows. We have here Ghost in the Shell Standalone Complex, and then we also have Ghost in the Shell Second Gig. This was just really fun. I don't remember seeing everything, but I have seen a lot of this, and so this is a really great series. And I also saw the 2017 live action adaptation, Ghost in the Shell 2017 with Scarlett Johansson. And this one, well, it's gotten a lot of mixed reviews, mostly bad. Some people say this is a really bad movie. For me, I would say it's okay. The visuals are really awesome in this. And I think they did the best they could, at least for what they were given, to adapt as much as possible out of the anime and the manga. But honestly, it's nowhere near as good as the original anime. So if you haven't checked it out, I would highly recommend it. I think it would be a fun time. But if you're somebody who's a huge fan of this, I don't know, you might be disappointed or you might have mixed feelings on it. But overall, just Ghost in the Shell as a whole, it was inspired heavily by Blade Runner by Ridley Scott. And then many movies and anime actually were inspired by Ghost in the Shell, and similarly by Akira. So those are very, very popular anime that has received a lot of praise, and for good reasons. And I'll probably do reviews of this later on, this series, and there's also another film series. There's a lot in the Ghost in the Shell world, but for me, the original is the best. It's absolutely amazing. So if you haven't checked it out, just go ahead and watch it however you can. But if you did want to support my channel and get this in physical media, I will leave links to all of these in the description area below. So if you actually had any thoughts on Ghost in the Shell or any other anime that you've enjoyed, be sure to leave in the comments area below, and I'll see you on another episode. Hey geeks, if you are a brand new creator and you simply want something easy to get you started, well, I got something for you with my Creator Starter Kit. This is a super simple step-by-step guide that's going to take you from having no channel to developing your very first YouTube channel, along with ideas, thumbnail designs, and other creator tips, including marketing. And the best part is, all of this is free. Simply head over to the link below, check out my page and get started creating.